Hi everyone, and welcome to GISC 125, Mapping and Spatial Thinking. Today I'm going to discuss a little bit about John Snow, Dr. John Snow, and how he applied spatial thinking to identify and solve a health crisis. So recall that geospatial thinking is identifying, analyzing, and understanding the location, the scale, patterns, and trends in the geographic and temporal relationships among data, phenomena, and issues. So here, Dr. John Snow is regarded as one of the founding fathers of epidemiology and spatial analysis, and really developed some critical spatial thinking concepts, including point clusters and the zone of influence. So as London suffered a series of cholera outbreaks during the mid-19th century, Snow theorized that cholera reproduced in human bodies was spread through contaminated water. And this contradicted the prevailing theory that diseases were spread by miasma through the air. So basically bad smells are causing these illnesses. And so London's water supply system consisted of these shallow public wells where people could pump their own water to carry home. And about a dozen of these water utilities that drew water from these supplies and a jumble of water lines to more upscale houses. And so London's sewer system was even more ad hoc, and privies emptied into these cesspools or cellars more often than directly into sewer pipes. So there's pervasive stench of animal and human feces combined with rotting garbage made the miasma theory of disease kind of a very plausible one. So in September of 1854, cholera outbreak was centered in Soho district, which is close to Snow's house. And Snow mapped the 13 public wells, which we can kind of see some of these in these little circles, are these things. And this is going to be the Broad Street pump. Here's some other pumps out here. Here's another pump. Here's another pump. Another pump. And so he mapped out these 13 public wells and all the known cholera deaths. And the cholera deaths are identified by these black lines. So each line represents a death from cholera. So around Soho. And note that the spatial clustering of cases around one particular water pump, kind of in the middle, that intersects Broad Street and Cambridge Street. And this is known as the Broad Street pump. So he examined the water samples from various wells under a microscope and confirmed the presence of an unknown bacterium in the Broad Street pump. And so despite some strong skepticism from local authorities, he had the pump handle removed from the Broad Street pump, and quickly these cholera deaths subsided. And so John Snow, by mapping this deaths around these pumps, he identified some kind of spatial pattern, right? A lot of deaths around this one pump where people were getting the water from. Removing the handle kind of removed people being able to get the water from there, and deaths kind of declined from cholera. So this is a prime example of early spatial thinking.